everyone. Welcome to my show. Autumn is here. I'm your host, Francine Crawford, and I happen to be here at the AARP monthly meeting in Central Harlem. I got to get it right. Central Harlem. And they invited me to be a guest here, and I want to get some feedback on the things that they do, the information, the services that they have, and what they want to talk about as being seniors and the things that are concerning to them or important to them. So here we are with the whole group. Thank you all for coming out. I thank you all for inviting us here. And I just want to let you know that, my podcast is about supporting caregivers. And how you support them is you get them as much information as you can, because at any time we can be a caregiver of one of our parents. And many times people are caregivers and they're not ready and they don't have any information. So I just want to thank you for inviting me here, but I just want to talk to you a little bit about this meeting that you have. Tell me a little bit about what you do here. Anybody?
We have monthly meetings the third Saturday of every month to discuss different things going on in our area in Harlem. And things that are good, that will help our senior citizens.
Okay. And do you discuss what things like services that you may have or any kind of concerns?
It could be anything from having a party or things that's going on in the neighborhood in general, or going to Albany, a number of things.
Okay.
Medicare, Medicaid.
Okay, those are important subjects. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the same thing. We've had, and we try to bring in, discuss Medicare and a place that we could possibly go to get help when we don't know exactly just what to do.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes, we try to bring in speakers just like we brought this group in to give us information on what's going on for the seniors and how we can find the different services that we need in our life.
Okay.
You also recently had a man come and explain to us about this Omni on the buses and things. And I noticed a lot of people don't know. I've had to share with some people that, as we were told, when you hit that thing, whatever, and it doesn't turn green, go have a seat. Don't keep tapping it, because eventually it'll really take more money off your card and different things that wouldn't just know.
Yes.
I don't even use mine.
Well, we know that it's an electronic age, and everything is digital and is new to people who are older adults. So we definitely need information like that about like the Omni and different things like that. So how do you feel about coming together? What is so important about coming together? How does this make you feel to have this group?
I think it's the fellowship, getting to see each other monthly. We look forward to just meeting our friends on a monthly basis.
And also finding that other people are going through the same circumstances that you are going through. As for instance, like accessory, we all see the different faults about accessory, which we now call accessory. And we all go through this on a daily basis. That's how bad they treat us. Accessory is really accessory.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we try to get people that helps us. People come into the community to talk about helping us, but we never do anything about it.
Well, AARP has lots of services.
Yes.
Right. So they're able to at least give you some information. And a lot of people don't even know that they can go to AARP and they don't have to be 65 or a certain age. They can go to, they can get services. Right. Some of the services, can you tell me some of the services that AARP has and gives you?
Also, AARP, they help you with your taxes, preparing your income taxes, during the time tax season.
Okay.
They're very helpful.
Yeah, that's great.
I can go to different restaurants.
You do? Okay.
Discounts in restaurants.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't know that. They don't use it either.
They don't use it. Yeah. And you want to be able to use all the benefits, because you know what happens. People take money from you. If you don't use it, they take money from you.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to do that. I also know that, sometimes people retire and they're retired for a year or two, and then they want to get back into the job market. I know AARP has that, where they have a resource that helps you to write your resume or to get you back into the job market if you want to. So it's different things like that. Yes.
And also they fight to help lower the medication costs.
Yes.
Medication that seniors are on, some of the medication, diabetic medication, very expensive. You know, they fight
Yeah.
to lower, get the prices much lower.
Right.
You know, help the seniors.
Right. And I know they also speak up about research, try to get money for research for different diseases like dementia, Alzheimer's, and things like that.
But
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, for a lot of years, this chapter here, Sister Cornetta, we used to take trips to Albany to help legislate without shirts. I still have some of mine, lower the cost of, like you said, medication and everything. So we used to go in a group, to go up there and meet with the different yes, different who that we needed to see at that time. And that was
What's like our meetings around City Hall?
yeah,
And a shirt say protests.
Okay.
Right on the news. Yes. The togetherness.
And that was
Okay.
also when we were younger.
Okay.
But so they should still have at least the young adults who are 50 and around that age, they should advocate for AAR, because AARP does a lot for people.
Right.
Does an awful lot for people.
That's what we want to know. We want to get that out there, that they do a lot of different things, because like you said, that's a great point. You need more younger people involved in it,
Right.
because my podcast supports caregivers. The people who are going to be the caregivers are the younger people. Right. They don't even know that this service is out there. They don't even know what you do and different things that will help them.
Right.
So we have to let people know that there are chapters like this around, and you have to get more members, and it's not just for people who are all older adults. You know what I mean?
Years ago, when we joined AARP, we had to wait and get old. Now they're telling me somebody 50 years old is a senior. They're not seniors, they're junior seniors.
The junior seniors. Okay.
I tell people, when you come with the senior, I'm not a senior. My children, my grandchild is a senior. I'm just old.
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Pearline Cody, and I feel this is a wonderful place to come for a gathering. For many seniors, you get the AARP magazine, have lovely stories and songs in there. Don't read the magazine, come out to the meetings, and you can fellowship and feel like a family, like gathering to share your ideas and your interests that other people may not have. You may have a good one. I might have an old one, but put the good and old together, it may come out something very valuable for all seniors.
Excellent.
And when
Excellent.
we get together like this, we have a lot to share with each other. You know, they might know something we don't know, or vice versa. Even right down the street, across the street, what is it, Garden, whatever. Yeah. They have a wealth of information over in that building. And I've met people right in this block that don't know.
Wow.
And if they don't have the answers, because I've been going there to this guy for years, but if they don't have the information, they can point you in direction.
Right.
Again, they have a lot of information over in that building right here that people in this block don't know about.
Okay. So this is about gathering together, coming together,
Share.
getting information, sharing information with each other, networking, and trying to get more community people involved. You know. Yes.
And to network with what Erin said about the newspaper, there's a wealth of information to give you information for seniors regarding looking out for scams, housing, health issues, social security issues, and how to give you information on how to look out for yourself, and just to be aware of what's going on in the street today. You're really doing some terrible times, and a lot of things that are going on right there. It may not be on TV, on the radio. If you look in the newspaper that they send, it's a wealth of information. You have to get it, and then you have to read it.
Right. So they have a lot of resources.
Right.
So I just say also, AARP will call you. Or you can inform me about different things about not giving up your personal information to people from saying they are AARP, but they might not be. So they, it's helping you letting you be aware of everything that's going on in the meetings, what's your concerns, what's your this, what's your that, and they let you know. We're here for you. But be careful of sharing your social security number.
Yeah.
All that, you have to be careful because you can be on homes or whatever, into the phone, it might say AARP.
Right.
But it might not be AARP.
And a lot of seniors don't have anybody. Some seniors are alone. So they need support groups like AARP so they can tell them what's happening now and to watch out. And they can exchange and say, I need something. You know what I mean? So this is great that y'all have this meeting every month. Yes?
Yeah. I was reading in the AARP magazine the other day about seniors buying a home. And it stressed that if you're older, like a senior, it's not good that you should purchase one because you don't know how long you're going to live. Your best bet is to rent it. It's cheaper than trying to buy a home at your age.
Okay.
Like that.
So information like that is very valuable. You know, it is.
You know-
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know if it's still in place now, but I know years ago they had a thing that that's why it's good for us to share if it's something you know, because they had a thing called if they don't ask, don't tell. And this could be in medical field or whatever. If you know about something and ask for like they want to give me a knee replacement. I got to talk to Dr. Jesus. No, I just want to let it. But if you ask, then they will tell you. But then people will tell them that if they don't ask, don't tell, or don't suggest. I guess that's save money and stuff too. But if you know something that you're going to deal with. It's good to share. Otherwise, I won't know to ask about it.
Right.
They had this thing in place.
Sharing is caring.
Don't ask, don't tell them.
Right.
Sharing is caring.
It is. I found that out, going through my struggle with my mom, and she had Alzheimer's. She died in 2016. But I found that out also. We get different information from people. If you don't know the questions to ask,
Exactly.
then people are not offering.
Right.
And a lot of times people overlook seniors. Growing older, a lot of times people devalue, figure, you've already done what you did and you're just here to just, live out the rest of your time, but you still have value. You still have things you want. You should still have things you need. You still have the capacity to learn more different things, and people want to learn, right?
Right. That's like my mom. She passed in 2001, and she had Alzheimer's. And I was her kid at first, and my family got jealous of me taking care of her, right? So they took over, but then they would just put her in the back room and leave her alone. Even though they have Alzheimer's, you still need to take care of them and show more attention to them because they don't know what's going on.
Right.
And Alzheimer's patients have that tendency of, if they don't see you every day on an everyday basis, they don't know who you are. So just to put them in a room in the dark or something is not a good thing. You have to care for them. You have to care for them diligently.
One of the things we talk about, we supporting caregivers, and like a place like this with the information that you have, caregivers need to know the information. They need to know all these different things so they can prepare as much as possible, because you don't know when your parent is going to get ill.
Right.
You don't know. But is there anybody else that was a caregiver at any time? You were
I'm currently
You're currently a caregiver.
Okay.
Okay. You're currently a caregiver.
Yeah.
How long have you been a caregiver?
Since 2020.
Since 2020?
Yeah.
What are your challenges?
Oh gosh, I'm just navigating everything, just navigating the changes that my mom has gone through, navigating who to see what I've had help in recent years, but the beginning was very, very difficult, especially because the pandemic was functional. I didn't know who to call. The pandemic made it hard because once I was able to find numbers, no facilities had openings. And then once I was able to reach people, they had to evaluate her condition, and they would only do it if she would agree to it. She wouldn't agree to it in the beginning.
Oh, wow.
So then it was like, then once she finally agreed to it, I had to navigate her primary care, signing off on her, going to a neurologist.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, so I didn't know the steps.
Right.
Everybody obviously with the pandemic.
Right.
There's so much external chaos, and so I had to.
So maneuvering and navigating the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard. And even listening to her say that, I want to know if any of you have prepared your loved ones for taking care of you. Have you selected who you want to take care of you? Do you have living wills? Do you have a power of attorney? Do you have any of these things in place? Because it's important.
I have. My daughter's got power of attorney.
Okay.
He just newlyweds basically 2 years, right? We've been together 3 years. But his daughter and my daughter both know what to do with both of us.
Okay.
There's not gonna be no arguing, fighting. His daughter take care of him, my daughter take care of me. They got insurance policies, and I just give you one to make you laugh. My daughter said, I'm not changing no pampers. I'm telling you that right now, I'm not changing no pampers. Well, we did let our daughters know what we want and what's wrong.
Okay, that's a good thing. Yes.
Yeah, I walk with my healthcare proxy.
Okay. All right.
Sign, I walk with this.
Uh-huh.
So I go into a hospital.
Yeah.
I walk with it.
That's very important.
And have 2 witnesses. You need 2 witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's very important, and you should be able to have a healthcare proxy, if nothing else, because you want whoever you want to make the decisions, because it's not like there's no decisions going to be made. If you're ill and there's nobody, the hospital, the state will just do it. So you want your person that you care about, that know you, to say, hey, I know what she wants. I want this, and this is what she wants.
Yeah.
Arnetta?
This is while you're conscious and alert. While you're mentally.
Right. And if you can, take a picture of it front and the back. Okay? If you can't carry it with you. Ms. Arnetta, you want to say something?
Oh, right. Okay, I care about this. Well, my doctor's office.
And mine too.
They're in your doctor's office, yes. And don't forget to do that. Give them to your doctors. Any doctors.
Any doctor.
Well, my doctor, yeah.
Good. All your doctors, every doctor that you have needs to have a copy of that. And they need to have it on file, just in case you're unconscious.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this way they'll have it. Yes.
I'm saying I'm the youngest, I'm the second, but when it came to responsibility, when it came to my parents, it was always me.
And it happens all the time. It's usually one person, no matter how many sisters and brothers.
I'm the oldest, yes, but you act like you're the youngest. I'm planning the funeral, I'm doing the nursing home, I'm going to visit, I'm doing, I. And if it wasn't for the power of God, and something happened to me, my parents would have been
So think about that. When you're making your plans, that's part of it. We have to think about, we're not here forever, right? So we need to think about those plans and how we want to be laid out. And if there's money to take care of that, or we should be doing something else now, think about those plans now and share them with your family, or share them with whoever it is that you want to take care of you. And make sure you pick somebody that's responsible enough to take care of you, not just your favorite. Okay? Okay.
The older lady, it was the youngest that, was expected.
The young,
But it's not always the youngest.
It's no guarantee.
The responsible one.
The responsible one, yes.
And my husband thought it was premature of me to write out my obituary. And I was writing it one day, and he said, what are you doing? I said, writing my obituary. He said, you might as well write mine, which I did. And I know that in a few years that he passed from a heart attack. So my obituary is in place, my prophecy is in place, my funeral arrangements, the songs to be sang, the scriptures to be read. I didn't come here to stay. I'm gonna kill them this past. Since I'm in a halfway right state of mind, and I know what I want, My children know I should be buried in pink gowns ready, and pink shoes because of my height. Number 6 feet, but I'm only 5. And I told her I get, I shrink.
Y'all start a fight.
I'm gonna catch it with the open caps, my pink shoes will show.
You want it all open, okay.
Everybody that knows me, that's important to me, knows this. So
That's the way you're supposed to
happen to me. Nobody has to worry what this daughter's wrong. But everybody that's important to me already know. But I know I didn't come here to stay.
Right.
So I made provision.
Right.
All you gotta do is look in the file cabinet. In the pink folder, under Dodge Washington.
Let them know, that's the way you have to do it. You have to have it in order.
Has called her home, in the pink folder, and good to go.
And it's less stress on your family.
It's easier, but I just got to share right now. It's upsetting. I know her. There's no way then. And she's gonna be 5'4".
That was a joke. That was a joke.
That's the good joke. We all know Steve now.
I tried.
See, you had me fooled. I didn't know. You had me fooled.
I didn't ask you how tall you were. I told you all I had been to.
Y'all are funny.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's just funny that Sister Parker, Mother Parker Johnson said she wanted to be buried in pink. And that's exactly what I have.
She took her color.
To,
okay.
they know it's hanging in the closet. So that's what you put on me. That is the
Pink, right?
outfit that I wore for my 50th anniversary. And I told them, put me in that.
Okay.
My youngest daughter, without a doubt, she will be the responsible one. But she never wants me to talk about obituary.
Of course they don't. Yeah.
And I told her it's important.
Yeah, it's important.
It's less stress.
It's less stress. Yeah. Miss Arlene?
Yeah, I just want to also interject in the situation of before and after. I have 2 friends already that videoed what they would like to have their families to do.
Wow,
So,
okay.
these are things that we don't talk about a lot of time. It can be very piercing for you.
Yeah.
But they don't want to hear that it's so
Of course. And we know that it's hard, but we have to have the hard questions. Ms. Gail, you want to say something?
Oh, yes, you guys kind of got my mind somewhere else. I was just going to say that when you asked the question of being a caregiver, I unfortunately had to start doing that with my mother. She got on kidney dialysis. So even though I was working, like as a social worker or whatever, it really doesn't matter when it's somebody who's that close to you. Exactly. So even though I knew the process, but we had a unit that literally did the what's called home giving, or with help, it's still not the same. So
Right.
it's a brand new journey for me. But I just like to say that, and of course, caring for your mother, it's not a job. It's what you're supposed to do. But once God took me to glory, I took on a whole different role in my life that whenever someone's parent or even their child or someone that was sickly, I was able to step in. And then I work with HRA too. So I was able to go into the system and find the services that even I didn't know about because my mother was pretty shocked. She had all her stuff already mapped out. So I really didn't have to do it. Thank you, both Mommy. But the whole idea is that you ask those questions as the children.
Yeah.
But I was saying that as a child of the parent, you caring for the parent, I started doing little seminars at work because there's too many of us that you don't know. And even though I work in the system with family court and HRA, it was still a little need.
Right.
Because we may do stuff for other people, but then when it comes to a different story.
Yeah.
It's like it's brand new. So I put it on my heart in honor of my mother to carry that on when I'm around people my age, younger, older. And then I even got to the point that just serving seniors, which is what I was taught, that I'm starting to do stuff with the seniors at the church or even here. That's how kind of cool being. Because coming from HRA, that process, everybody got to go through that.
Right.
Whether you want Medicaid, Medicare, whether you make 100,000 or make 50,000. So in learning that, it's where I'm coming around now to just share it with you guys.
That's all.
Give our name and number. If I don't have the answer, I will go find the answer. But it's very important that we know that. And even though the children, we don't want to hear it and we don't want to see it,
Right.
you got to jump in no matter, and it's important that your children tell them to call Gail.
That's a very good point, because a lot of times, well, we don't know when we're younger. We're not thinking about it. We're living our lives, so we're not thinking about it. And also, well, when I was brought up, I wasn't supposed to be in my parents' business.
Yes.
I wasn't supposed to ask these questions. I wasn't supposed to make them uncomfortable.
That's right.
And they'll live forever.
Yeah, and you're not thinking about it. You're thinking they're going to be here and everything's going to be the same.
Yeah.
So how can you help your family to be more aware? What should you do as seniors? You have to think about that. You need to speak to people. You need to be proactive and say, you know what, I'm not going to be here forever. Let me figure out who is the person that needs to know all my business, your medical, your cards, your insurance, what you have available to you. A lot of people don't know. I knew my mother had medical, but I didn't know really what her benefits were.
I gave my policy
what I'm saying?
to my daughter.
Right. So they know. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have the proper paperwork, the power of attorney.
Yes.
Make sure you have these things. You have the healthcare proxy, the living will. Just letting people know this is what I want. Just like you said, y'all want pink dresses? This is what I want. Allow them to participate. It's better in the end because it's less stress on them, but it's also better for you to get what you want. Okay.
And you're right, with my 3 children, I had to sit them down. Oh, mommy, no, I'm not going to be here forever. And y'all need to stick together as sisters and brothers and put this plan together. I told her, I said, the policy is here. It's here. It tells me each one of you are here, which is, what to do. Respect each other. Don't overrun each other. You'll need to bond as sisters and brothers and work as one. Because they don't want no. Mommy's here, they know.
Yeah.
And I need to work as a team. My middle one is more like the piece between the oldest and youngest. But I told them, you need to work as a team.
Right.
They saw, like, my parents, it was me. That I did everything.
Yeah.
The races, the funeral, the burial, everything. I did everything, and I was the youngest.
Okay. So being prepared. It's better to be prepared and be honest. And be honest with the things that you want, the things that are important. And I know some things might be secret. You might have a stash account somewhere and you don't want to tell them, but you need to let them know. Okay, because they might need that to care for you. It might not be when you pass away. It may be something happens and they can't physically care for you anymore. If you have the funds to do it, let them know and let them be available for them to get so they can care for you better.
I just also want to interject in the situation about caregivers and passing and going, whatever you want to put it. It's also good to let these papers need to be in a safe place. There are many flyers that are hanging out for being at home, just stacking things away.
Right.
It's not a good idea.
Right.
If you have it at home in a place that would be secure, strong box, safe deposit, whatever.
Right.
And it's also trying to have maybe at one of the banks. The vault that you can
Safety deposit box.
Yes, you can do that and pay by the year, but keeping safety papers at home is not good anymore because in a situation of fires, you run out, everything's destroyed.
Right.
You're mentally disturbed anyway because of the fire. Now your papers are gone, all your IDs. You
Right.
think about where and how you keep these papers secure,
Right.
just in case something happened to your family or your neighbor, whoever you want to make them be aware.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
That's where it's wonderful for the digital era that we're in.
Yes.
Because now your children who are the computer, it's all of myself.
Right.
Get them to put it on a computer and put it in a PDF form so that no matter what happens, you have it. So it's not like the same way that it was 20 years ago.
Right.
So those important documents can now be kept on a digital format, which is even better.
Right, right.
Your children, I call them little computer geniuses, let them do it and have them do it for you if you don't know how to. Yeah.
Okay. Miss.
So I have a living will, and I've had that for some years, so I have 5 children. And I had it notarized, and I emailed it to them. Plus, we had discussions.
Okay.
Even the grandchildren will get upset. They don't want to hear it. But I try to get them to understand the earlier in your life that you understand that being born is natural. And passing away is natural.
It's natural.
It's natural. And it's not something to be scared of or afraid of. And one other thing I wanted to say. Can't think of it. So maybe it'll come to me. Look up, taking care of a parent. I know what that's like, and it's very difficult and very challenging. So with any family members, even to give them a break, like, look, let me have a cheat day off. And then until it gets to the point where your parent is in an institution. And I tell my children, there's 5 of you, I know somebody will come visit me. And you're gonna have positive relationships with all the staff. From the people who do training to give the knowledge to the administrators of the institution. And I think that this might sound crazy, I guess, but working with RSVP, and that's how I met Ms. Clark, retired nursing volunteer program, on visiting community nursing homes. And in my opinion, the best nursing homes are Jewish one. And that may not sound right, to me.
It's your opinion. It's your opinion. It's okay.
If that comes, let me be in the Jewish Ryan facility. But still, would you make sure we know everybody?
That's very good points. That when you're in the home, like you don't have to keep your parent home. If you have to, and put them in a nursing home, that's an option. If you can keep them home as long as possible, that's fine, but sometimes you can't do that. If you go into a nursing home, just make sure that they know you have to visit. Promise you. The nicest nursing home, if they're not getting visitors, the person that's in there is not going to get as much attention. If they know that you're coming up there, they're going to make sure they eat, they clean, they're going to make sure. It's sad to say, but that's a reality of it. That's a reality of it. So make sure you tell your people, if that has to happen, that they come visit, that they are nice to the people. And that's a good point that you made, because sometimes if you're not nice, they're going to take it out on their person. So it's very important to do that. So
7 days a week, 24 hours a day with my mother.
Right. So you knew
7
them.
weeks, 3 times when I slept in the bed right next to her. And she was treated so well because one particular night when I was sleeping, the intern came in there talking about he was going to change my mother. I said, no, you're not. There's no man changing my mother at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no man changing my mother at all. It's supposed to be a female on a female, a male on a male. And had I not been there, that man would have been there.
So it's very important to
show up all the time.
to show up and be an advocate.
It's not one person. Take 3 people and switch days, but make sure somebody's there every day.
Okay. So let me ask you. I know that you have this meeting every month, and
Go to the other thing.
okay.
You can pay for your burial. You go to a funeral home and talk to the people, let them know what you want. And you can prepay. Even if you don't pay the total, you can pay down.
Right.
And that way, that's taken care of too. Now, some people will put their money in a bank and let the children know, okay, this is the money. Because I told one senior about that, and she said, well, why let them get the interest? You get the interest on your money and just have it ready.
Ready for them. Yeah. So there's a couple of ways to do that. I wanted, because this is your group and your meeting, your monthly meeting, and I wanted to know, what is it that you want people to know about what you do here, and what would you like to happen? What would you like to help to grow your organization, people to know more about it, to encourage people? What would you like to see for this
people
group?
come
For
out.
this group, you want more people to come out. Okay.
More people coming out.
Okay. And do y'all belong to the same church? Is that what you?
Most majority was go
The church, right?
What church? What's the name of the church? Mount Zion. Okay. So,
The senior centers, and we need to ask more people.
okay, so you need to be more visible, right? In church, in the senior centers and stuff like that, to get more people, because believe me, they need the help. And if they don't, their neighbor needs the help. Maybe their neighbor can't get out their house. You know what I mean? So this way, if you can give it to them, they can give it to people in their building, they can talk to them and help somebody else. Okay? So I just want to thank you for allowing me to come out here and talk to you and meet all of you, you wonderful women and men. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see we never see men come out. And I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you're here. So thank you for allowing me to talk to you and get some insight and just to know the things that you want, and just know that you're here. You're here supporting your community, which is great. We need to do that. We need to stick together and support our community, because a lot of things are happening out in the world and there's things we can't do anything about. Well, we can take care of us here, right? We can take care of each other. We have to keep doing that, and we have to keep being an example for our children to do the same, right? So encourage them to come with you sometime. Okay, and hear the information, and maybe they'll encourage other people of their age. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.